Now, tensions are running high. The Russian president has implemented his plan in motion. The referendums are being held in Moscow-held regions of Ukraine. The referendums in eastern Donetsk and Lugansk regions, as well as in the southern Kherson and Zaporizhzhia regions, are to decide whether these regions will become a part of Russia. Kiev and the West have dismissed the voting as a sham. The four regions represent around 15% of Ukrainian territory. So what's really happening on the ground? Voting has begun in Kremlin-engineered referendums that has set the stage for a sharp escalation of the 7-month military operation, and some residents are actually backing the polls.
Россия, вообще, как говорится, наша родина всегда была, если на то пошло. И без нее просто нам больше не с кем оставаться. Украина нас кинула давно.
Я считаю, что все поменяется в жизни с референдумом, потому что если нас присоединят к России наконец, то все по-другому совершенно будет.
Many experts have questioned the timing of the referendum. They come after Vladimir Putin announced this week a mandatory troop call-up. About 300,000 reservists would be sent to the front lines in the Ukraine war. The mobilization comes after Ukrainian forces seized back most of the northeastern Kharkiv region in a huge counteroffensive. Kiev has retaken hundreds of towns and villages under Russian control for months, and questions remain over the legitimacy of the referendum.
Никакой это не референдум, никакое это не волеизъявление, это, говоря по-русски, собачья свадьба. Но при этом они хотят соблюсти вид, то есть наблюдатели, то есть надо снять видеоматериал о том, как трудящиеся голосуют на участках, что составляются протоколы и так далее. Это вот такая имитационная модель демократии, для которой важна картинка.
The referendums, which are underway, are reminiscent of one in 2014 that saw Ukraine's Crimea annexed by Russia. Western capitals have maintained that the vote was fraudulent and hit Moscow with sanctions in response. French President Emmanuel Macron told the UN General Assembly that the referendums are a travesty. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov lashed out at the accusations condemning Ukraine for driving quote-unquote Russophobia. Now, the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky denounced the referendums as a farce and hailed Western allies for their condemnation of Russia's moves. While the referendums are underway, fierce fighting also continues. Look at these visuals released by Ukrainian Defense Ministry. It shows thermite bombs being dropped over a freshly liberated Ukrainian village in the Donetsk region. Elsewhere, Ukrainian gunners continue to target Russian troops. These visuals show BM-21 Grad rocket launches. It's 40 tubes able to launch 122mm rockets that can hit targets up to 20 kilometers away. Now, for more on this, we were earlier joined by Boris Volkonsky from Moscow, who is an international affairs analyst from Moscow State University.
I would say that the referendums should be held not at this time, but 8 years ago, because the real desires of the people in Donetsk and Lugansk regions is very clear. They want to be reunited with Russia. There is no word of annexation. Well, you use this word annex in regard to Crimea. It's not annexation, it's reunification of the Russian people who were divided after the collapse of the Soviet Union. As for now, well, I think its time has come, and now the leadership understands that it's time to be together.
And for further details, we were earlier joined by Dmytro Zolotukhin from Kiev, who is a former Deputy Minister of Information Policy of Ukraine.
The answer is the same. Vladimir Putin is lies all the time, just changing his mind into the aims of the operation, into his strategies, because the lie is his personal and lifetime strategy. He lied to Prime Minister Modi. He lied to all the world that it's going to be some kind of denazification, demilitarization, which are not understandable terms for either Russians or any people in the world. And now they're saying that they're gonna like reunite someone with somebody. So it's just another lies that is just underlining the biggest strategy of Moscow and Kremlin to lie to everybody and to express their inability to run their country as that someone is trying to attack them, like NATO, like Ukraine, or whatever. So now he's not changing the aims. He's just changing his lies. He lied before. He lied when the Crimea was annexed. He lied when he explained why it was annexed. Now he lies to everybody, including Indian people, about what are the real aims of this activity. You call it whatever, special operation, or we call it war, because like missiles and bombs are just falling on our heads. So we just call it war. You name it as you like, but it's just a world of that created by Russian president's lie, and it's not ending.
WION, now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.